Going on, guys?
Where you want me to go?
Link out.
I'm confused.
Let's go. Can everybody hear me? Just type in the chat box if you can hear me.
He must have a very loose grip on the baseball. Never asked him about it, but to have that.
What's going on, everybody? Adam, they say it's full. It's full, Dimitri. Nah, the call's not full. Why is the same video call? Oh, that's so weird. Why would it say that? There's only 14 people. This? Even when you click it on your computer? What? Oh my god. How is this video call full right now? Hey, there we go. I think it was before something else. Who can hear me? Who can hear me? Hey, we got everybody on. Can everybody hear me? Jack. Jack, can everybody hear? What's popping? What's going on?
Good evening.
Okay, so I'm gonna put all your information on the doc.
What's popping? What's popping? What's going on? We got 100. Oh, 205. Let's go. Let's pull up. There we go. There we go.
Очень слышно.
I gotta inject all these people. Oh my god.
Очень.
Sorry. All right, guys. I have to inject you from the webinar. If you guys got the wrong one. You guys can hear me perfectly? Sweet. I don't know who these people are. I'm Marcus Live. Thank you for coming on, but that's the wrong link. Woo! All right, cool. There may be some more people coming on, but I had originally picked the wrong link at first because I chose like putting people as like to speak as speakers. So people thought that was the actual link. In reality, it's not. This new link is. Let me just make sure no one else has. Make sure no one has it. Let's go. Let's go. 275 people. Click the new link inside of the group, guys. Old link is not working. Hey. There it is. Let's go. Let's wait for some people to get on. Let's wait for some people to get on. Adam and Larry, let's wait for some people to get on. 288 people. Jeez. 300 on. Sweet, sweet. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type them right here in the chat. Make sure your mics are all muted. You cannot get on the chat if your mics are not muted. So make sure your mics are muted. I will eject. Mute your mics. All of you. Larry, you too. Sweet. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's wait for a few more people, and then we're going to get it cracking. All right. Hey. This is the wrong link, though. You guys keep clicking the wrong link. I sent out that link one time, and now everyone has it. KC, glad to have you here. KC, iMarkets Live. How you guys doing? Glad to have you guys here as well. If you guys are ready to get everything started up, just type right in the group chat. on the side, right here, the little chat box, right on the left-hand side. You ready? Say, let's go, let's go. Right on the left-hand side, guys. Let me show you the chat box. Right here. Right here is the chat box. On this side, you click this. If you're ready, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I gotta make sure everyone is on. I gotta make sure everyone's ready. Majority of them cannot find the chat box. Let's go. If you're ready, type let's go in the chat box. If that doesn't work, you could also type it on the GMG page. I need to make sure everyone's alert, alive. Let's go. Okay, you guys are typing in the GMG chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. 320 people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? I just want to make sure you can hear me loud and clear. Let's get it. Everyone is saying let's go in the YouTube stream chat box. Really, are they? I don't see that. Oh, they must be doing it under the... Okay, I don't see it. All right, sweet. I'm going to get started. I'm excited to be on here with you guys. Glad that we got some people showing up. I'm sure more people will show up, so spread the link. Spread the link, spread the link, spread the link, spread it. I'm going to throw down some heat. We're going to do some analysis on Turkey dollar. We're going to do some analysis on euro. We'll do some analysis on gold. And I want you guys to throw me some different pairs that you want to do analysis on. And we'll do some analysis on them. And I'll pick a good 5 solid pairs that you guys want to choose. What majority votes for. So I think majority will vote for USD JPY, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. But let's see. All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right, cool. So which pair do you guys want to get first? Let me know. Comment below which pairs you want to see. Some people saying GBP. Some people saying... Let's go. GBP, GJ. Damn, GJ is getting a lot of votes. Euro USD. Who else says GJ? Who else says GJ? I can't see where people are leaving all of the comments too. Yes, it is, Rashad. I can't see where people are leaving the comments. Can someone show me where people are leaving all the comments? Because I can't really see that. I could only see the Telegram. XAU. Some people said XAU. Let's see. Let's see. Can you see the comments? You can? Let me see. Oh, there it is. GJ. Oh, damn. p.m. Let's go. We got a lot of comments here. I don't know why I can't see that. See, hey, loud and clear. AU, GJ. GJ's killing it so far. All I see is GJ pair. Look at that, GJ. XAU. All right, so far we're doing GJ. GJ won the first take. We'll go with GJ. Slow down, guys. Slow down. So we're gonna start off with GJ first. I know it's in the Telegram. Hey. GJ, let's go. Hey. My bookmark thing is so annoying. It keeps popping up. Okay. So let's get squad analysis and you guys. I'm excited to do analysis with you. See what we could get. I just did analysis. Live, look alive. Come on, let's go. Let's go, GJ. Oh man, it's now. How about now? Can you guys see me now? Yeah? Can you guys hear me? You can see me, right? Okay, sweet. Back on. Guys. Back at Really whack. I don't get how it's not working. Can you see it now? You don't see any chart? Uh, cannot believe it's happening to me at this moment. Everyone hear me? Damn, we lost some viewers. Can you hear me? Can't see me. Can you see me? Can you guys see me? Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I picked the most stupidest cafe to do the webinar in, like an idiot. Like a complete idiot. Let's get ready to start. Let's see. All right, let's get it going. Can you guys see my screen? Yes? Let me know if you guys can see my screen. I just want to make sure that everyone's on. We good now? Can you see my screen? Just click my face. Click the talking icon. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so let's get it popping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rock. We ain't gonna let no whack ass Wi-Fi take us out. Okay, sweet. Now let's go over GJ and my prediction of what I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to plot these lines. Okay. So a lot of traders, they believe in support and resistance, which is cool and all, but I believe in zones. So these zones that I'm plotting, I actually had them coded and designed for GMG. Okay, but that's for my 5-day course. Okay, so you get the gold levels if you're a part of the 5-day course, which we're going to cap out soon anyway. So, but these levels are just as insanely accurate of how I plot them. Okay, and I'm going to explain to you why. One, I never, just to give everyone a heads up, I never really use an hourly time frame. I always use like the weekly, the daily, the monthly. And the reason why I use these time frames is because you can get a clear idea of what the price action is doing on that weekly or daily or monthly time frame. And it's not so much about time that really matters, because time doesn't exist if you think about it. I mean, time exists here, but not on the charts, right? It's like basically saying the earth moved a few degrees and now there's a new bar on my chart. That doesn't mean that you're going to have a new bar because the earth moved a few degrees. So really the most important thing in trading is price action. It's finding out where is price going and who's in control of price. Buyers are in control of price, or sellers are in control of price. Everybody got that? People can see, right? Sweet. All right, so let's get it going. Let's take some trades together. Let's take some setups. Sweet. Hey, can you like not lean your head in the webinar? Okay. Perfect. Let's see. So I'm marking up the charts. Now, from what I see here, if GJ does not move past 143.187, then I'm not taking it for a buy. Okay. And the reason I'm not taking it for a buy, period, is because around this zone, there's a lot of consolidation. There's a lot of resistance going on at this level. So I'm looking for a fresh new zone to take this at, right? So maybe not even here. Like, even if I do take it here, I'm going to take a sell down to this level for 62 pips. But I would rather wait for that sell to break, because there is a gap right here. So I'd rather wait for that sell to break and then catch 145 pips. So logically, you have to ask yourself, does it make sense? Like, okay, yeah, you can take a buy if price breaks past this level. And the reason why I put these levels like this is because I want everyone to be able to move with price, right? You want to be moving with price. You want to be very in tune to when you're trading. You don't want to just open up your laptop and be like, oh, well, price looks like this, price looks like that. It doesn't matter what price looks like. A lot of things look great, but it doesn't mean that they are, right? Like, somebody could tell you, yeah, I look great. Like, they look the most beautiful person in the world, but you don't know what's inside. They may have cancer. They may have something, medical problem that they're dealing with. You don't know. Just because it appeals pretty doesn't mean that the whole situation is. And it's the same thing with Forex, Just because something looks good doesn't mean that it always is, all right? It's about what is good, not what looks good, all right? So here, I wouldn't actually, I wouldn't take a break. I wouldn't take a buy here just because these levels right here are rejection levels, and there's a lot of consolidation around this area too. And even if you did take it, it has a lot of wick back happening in this area. So I'm not going to take that yet. There's a doji here, which is symbolizing the turning point, but I'm not going to take that as of yet, because it could be symbolizing a turning point down. Now, this looks more realistic to me. This doesn't look realistic to me because there's a lot of things happening. So even if I take it here, that's only 11 pips. You have to ask yourself, and that's why having a MyFX book is really good to have, or MyFX Blue. I like MyFX Blue better. Is that when you have a MyFX book, you also can keep track of your percentages, of how well you're doing. You can keep track of how long you're in trades for versus an hour to 2 hours to 3 hours. You can see what your drawdown was. So are you like risking 30 pips to make 30 pips? Like, or are you risking 2% of your account to make 80% of your account? So those things are really good to have. So you don't have to share my FX book with anyone, right? It's your own choice. It's your own personal income. It's your own personal thing. So don't let people kind of like get in your head and be like, oh, well, let me see. And then they're like, oh, well, you're taking this much and your trades are like this and that. And that's going to change your judgment of how you view certain things. Okay. So keep it to yourself and see what works for you. Like, don't even let me hinder your own opinion. You know, if you see something that you like that I use, great. If you don't, take it apart and make it your own. Okay. Also, before we continue, just letting you know, trading does require risk. Don't risk any money you can't afford to lose. None of this is investment advice or financial advice. This is solely my opinion. So just wanted to kind of give that quick disclaimer because I forgot in the beginning of the webinar to give it. Okay. Now, as I was saying, yeah, getting my FX book is good because then you can kind of understand psychologically how you trade and what kind of person you are. Every day, you're, knowing who you are and figuring out who you're going to become. You're finding out things you like, things you want to date in somebody or marry with somebody, or certain ways that you like your coffee, certain ways that you like your food prepared or your steak well done or medium rare. You're learning about yourself. You're learning all these new things. And it's the same thing when you become a trader. You're just learning how you utilize this skill set. You're learning how you think when you're in a trade, how long you are in a trade for, your patience in a trade. Do you sell more than you buy? These are questions that you really have to ask yourself, and not enough people ask why. So when people don't ask why, they never know how. And that's where you kind of stop from growing. When you're not asking, well, why is it this way? Like, no one asks, well, does the market move 60 pips, in the opposite direction at 10 o'clock versus it moving that way on a Wednesday or on a holiday? Like, no one asks these questions. So it's just kind of like, oh, well, I know about support and resistance, and I saw this on YouTube, and I saw this on this, and I saw this on that. And you think that's real, but you don't actually seek what's real. You just because somebody threw out trading to you, you're like, oh, well, this and this is the rules. Well, the same thing in society. They tell you 9 to 5 is the rules and getting a college diploma is the rules, but we break those rules. We show that those rules can be bent, those rules can be broken. Everything is evolving. So you have to realize that, like, even when people fight in karate, martial arts, there's different moves constantly evolving. They're not doing the same moves that they did in 1982. They're constantly evolving. So you have to constantly be evolving where you're trading and kind of seeing like where you're going and how long you're staying in trades, and start asking questions about certain things. And when you start doing that, you'll start figuring out how. Because when you ask why, you know how. All right. So here, price hasn't broken past. I would wait for price to hit past this level of 143, 173, if taking anything, because the only room, and you have to look at how these zones are separated. This is like the most room out of all of this. This is 11 pips. This is 31 pips. This is 13 pips. This is 34 pips. So the zones are getting like smaller. They're like, you're trading them in increments, which I wouldn't want to do. The only thing that I say is that there's a gap here. That's pretty much it. But other than that, for the most part, I would take a sell based off of the break of this, because there's more room for price to move, right? Like, price has more movement here for 68 pips. And when that 68 pips is broken, then it has more room to move down here, which is 137 pips. And there's a gap in this area in particular. So that's kind of my analysis on GJ. Here, I really wouldn't take a buy. Even in the event it started going up, I would be afraid that it would like head up, come back down, and psychologically like screw me over, like be in this area, and then it might go up, and then it might just crash back down. So I would rather take the smart route and trade a very fresh zone. So that's one thing that I do, is that I do find fresh zones to kind of like trade in between. So I could be like, this makes sense, and the probability of this and the proximity of that. So I'm a very detailed trader when it comes to everything. I'm a very self-aware person in general, so I look at every single thing, which can be bad sometimes because obviously you overthink about certain things and your brain goes out of whack. But tempered self-control is the best to have. I mean, self-awareness is because when you have tempered self-awareness, you're not thinking too much where it's driving you crazy, but you're thinking enough of where you can logically make a decision of what to do. So that's my analysis for GJ. The GJ will be heading down. So I'm not going to execute an order until here, actually. Here's going to be my order of execution. Just because, I mean, this does have a little strong foundation here, right? Like this has like a strong foundation to go up, and ultimately this is where the trend started. So if anything, on the break of that, if you want to be safe, you can just trade the second zone instead of the first one with the 60 pips. So you can wait until this zone is here and then get 147 pips. But the 67 pips is still worth it because it may hit 67 pips, and because it's a strong zone, it may rocket back up. So those are kind of things you have to ask yourself. You always want to, like, you know, figure out data, figure out why things are happening, you know, question yourself, question other people when they tell you things, even me. If I tell you, oh, you know, gold looks like a sell, don't just sell because I'm gold mines. Don't sell because, you know, I'm used to being accurate. Sell because you believe and it aligns with your belief, right? So when you start becoming that trader, or you start doing things that align with what you believe, then you start becoming who you most want to be, right? Like, and think about it. If even like, for example, if you're vegan, somebody's like, oh, have this chicken. You're going to say no because that doesn't align with your belief. So if I tell you take this trade, you can say no because it doesn't align with your belief. And your beliefs are what create who you are and what kind of person you are. So you always want to find out who you are. Who are you when you're trading? Who are you when you're a parent? Who are you when you're at home? Because we're all different people, right? When we talk to different people, we're all like act a different way. Like you wouldn't talk to your mom the same way you talk to somebody at work, and you wouldn't talk to your wife the same way that you talk to, you know, maybe a student or whatever. I mean, whatever it is, a friend. You know, you may talk to somebody different. You may talk to everyone differently. So figure out how you're going to talk to the market when you're trading with the market. How are you going to talk to the market, and how the market is going to respond when you say something or do something, right? And always remember to respond, because when you react to the market, your reacting is going to cause you to lose because you're reacting. But when you respond, it's different, right? Like you could shove me and I could react and push you back and shove you, and then we turn into a fight. Or you could shove me and I could respond to you and say, hey, you know, I just noticed you shoved me, da 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 da. And that kind of de-escalates everything. So has everyone got that? What is everyone saying? Let's see. Yes, 4 hours. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Awesome. So that's my analysis for GJ and what I'm going to do. And I want you to know why. I want you to figure out why. Because here at this level, you see how I leave all these very detailed, right? Like I put it at the top of the wick, and then I put it at the close too, as well, is that I'm tracking every single movement that price is doing. So if price breaks through 143, 198, then I'm going to start thinking, okay, well, it's headed up because now it's at this particular zone and there's a gap. So before a pilot flies off, right, a pilot has a checklist. And you've never gotten into a plane and they're like, all right, guys, we're ready to fly off. They're like, no, buckle your seatbelt. They will make you watch this boring ass, like 40, 50-second commercial about safety or whatever. And then they take off. And then, you know, you got to make sure your seatbelt's on, your phone is off, a whole bunch of shit, right? It's the same thing when you're trading. You got to have a checklist, because the same way, if they don't have a checklist, then guess what? People can possibly die. And guess what? You don't have a checklist in the market, your account could possibly die. You know, and you may not die, but your account will, you know, and that's going to make you kind of want to die because you're constantly killing your own account. And you need a checklist. So my checklist would be, hey, I'm going to wait until 143.22 to enter in for the buy, and then I'm going to take profit here because there's some room here. But that's if you're going for that trade. I wouldn't even go for this in the event that it did go up, because psychologically, and everyone wants a system, right? Everyone wants a system of like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do that? And that's great. You can have a system, but if you don't have emotional discipline and you don't have self-control and you don't know psychologically what kind of trader you are and psychologically what's happening in the market, you suck, period. So it doesn't matter what kind of system you have. It matters if you know how to use a system and if you're self-disciplined by the system. I can give you the greatest system in the world, but if you never follow the system's rules, guess what? You're going to lose every single time. If you never have self-discipline, you're going to lose every single time. So there's a lot of people with great systems, but there's those people who have great systems also have bad risk management. They also have bad psychological buying and selling decisions that they choose. They also have bad self-control. So you need to have all that in alignment to make sure that you're a good trader. If you don't have that in alignment, then you're going to lose every time. So stop focusing on the system and start focusing on who you are and yourself and, you know, what aligns up with your core beliefs and values. And then you make the best system out of that. Okay. Luckily, you know, for my 5-day course, like my system aligns up with what people believe. So, and people like it. It works. Okay. And if you don't, that's cool. Try something else. Like, screw me. Who am I? You know? So me personally, I wouldn't take this trade right here. I wouldn't, because of everything is too close to comfort. So I'm going to take it at 142.481. Psychologically, it makes more sense because it's a fresh zone. And then I have this whole entire zone down here, okay, that I could trade. So that's a high probability setup. Like if I were to take it from here to here, that'd be a low probability setup because there's a chance that it could wick here, fall down, wick here, fall down, and go back up. Like there's so many variables that could happen during this period of time where it's like, okay, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, a whole bunch of stuff, right? Where here it's like A, B, C. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Because a lot of stuff can happen. But this is more like, okay. And the market is moving in consolidation right now, which is great. And most people look at consolidation as a bad thing. They say, oh, you know, consolidation is terrible because it's like a landmine. But consolidation is the best thing that you could trade off of. I'm going to tell you why, okay? Let's say you're getting up to go to work, right? You're never going to go into work shirtless unless your job requires you to work at like Hooters or some shit. But regardless of the fact, you're never going to go into work shirtless, right? So you're going to either pick a red shirt or a blue shirt that you're going to wear for work. Which one are you going to choose? You can't choose no shirt. You have to choose one, right? Let's say you're thinking back and forth for about 20 minutes to figure out what shirt to wear. And you finally said, I'm going to wear the red one. That means you're ultimately going to wear that shirt for the rest of the day. And it's the same thing with price. When price breaks out of consolidation, it's from constant frustration between buyers and sellers because buyers want to buy and sellers want to sell. So when price breaks out, you can capitalize off of that by figuring out where the direction is going to be. So let's say price breaks out in consolidation and the trend is a buy. It may be a buy trend for 50, 60, 70, 80 pips because it's been an indecision for so long. Consolidation is just another word for indecision, just confusion. Just like your girlfriend can't decide what she wants to eat kind of thing. I'm sure everyone has that experience. So that's the same thing with consolidation. There's really no, when people say consolidation, don't look at it as a trading term. Look at it as like indecisiveness, being unable to decide. But when that decision is made, it's ultimately what the decision is going to be. So see how this was consolidation, and then boom, it shot up. Consolidation, shot down. Consolidation, shot down. No, it's not. But I mean, yeah, it is. It is actually, it is. So you see that, right? So now price is in consolidation and it may drop, right? But the reason why I'm saying it may drop is because here is the last zone that it went to. It went to 142.9, like 142.959. Okay, it hasn't even hit up to 143.0051. It hasn't hit up to that level. So it lets me know that it's not approaching this buyer zone, right? Once it hits this level, I'm going to be kind of worried, like, okay, price is moving up. But if it stays below this level, then I'm going to keep going with the trade that I'm in. And I have a very set target here. So that's what GJ may possibly do. And of course, I could be wrong. Okay. I just take a lot of stuff into consideration. And look at the buyers. Look at how buyers' body is dying out. They're dying out. They're getting weak in momentum here. So sellers look like they have to come in and take the cake. All right. Now, what's the next trade we're going to do? What's the next trade? Let's see. What do people say? What do people say? If you're loving the fire, drop some flames inside of the chat so I can see I make sure I'm doing a good job. I want to over deliver. Drop some flames if you're loving the webinar. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Fire. Let's go. Sheesh. Yes, I want you guys to understand psychologically is the only thing that matters. Let's go. Let's go. Gold. Okay, we're gonna go on some gold pairs. Fire, fire. I'm glad you guys are understanding. Okay. Gold, let's see. For gold, I'm thinking the same thing. Look at these wicks. Okay. Look at these wicks here. All right. I would wait until price breaks. I would say, you know what, this zone is very close for comfort. Like this is very close for comfort. So I wouldn't even take it down here. I would wait till the break of 1183.27 to then enter in here. But I would wait on the daily rather than like waiting on the 4 hour or something. Because this looks like a turning point if you look at it. You see how its price is hitting up here? Price hit 1213, then it hit 1209. All right, then after 1209, it hit 1203. Then after 1203, it hit 1201. Let's wait for the breakout of 1196 to then go in for the sell of here because the zone is wider. You understand what I'm saying? So boom, that's 125 pip trade rather than you're taking a 60 pip trade. I mean, 60 pips is great, but would you rather make 60 pips or would you rather make 175 pips? It's just logic. It's just like common sense, right? And plus, price is approaching that price is getting into consolidation phase. And we're also looking at buyers' frustration, right? Buyers' frustration is that they can't pull up. The frustration shows inside of the candlestick, if you didn't know that. So look at that. They're frustrated. They can't pull up. They've been trying to pull up past this level, and they've been getting pushed back down. So now sellers' frustration is coming in because sellers are attacking this level. So that's why if sellers are approaching this level, I'm going to wait until to see what they do at 1195.88 and then respond to them. I'm not going to react to them. I'm going to respond. And it possibly could be a downtrend, which would be very odd because usually gold and GJ don't go down at the same time. But they're 70% inverse and 30% correlated, I believe. It's like a 70-30 kind of thing. So that 30% could mean that they're correlated. They're correlating at this specific time. Also here you got the cross, right? You see the doji. So that symbolizes buys are dying out. And it also symbolizes that there's going to be a turning point. That's second thing on the checklist. Third thing on the checklist is it's in consolidation. So if seller's frustration is here and they're approaching this level, you would want to wait until the breakout happens to then get this whole 125 pips. Because remember, in the consolidation, it has to, like, somebody's going to have to break out, either buyers or sellers. So once you see like price targeting these zones, then you could start thinking the trade is going to go a different way. But I wouldn't even take this trade until it's literally out of here. Like, and that's just me saying, okay, because this is a support zone. But then again, there's still that, there's still that zone there. But it's going to have to go somewhere. But from the looks of it, it looks like it could be heading down. So I'd wait until the approach of this zone to then enter. Okay? And then once it breaks here, then I could go for another zone. See how they go for wide zones only? 265 pips. So then people are like, yo, how do you catch these trades? Like, how are you able to catch these trades and catch these pips? I'm able to do that because I'm psychologically disciplined and I just know what I'm doing. Now, if it goes up here, see, now it changes, okay? Because once these zones start coming up, see that? Now these are wider zones, kind of like the bottom. But this is like, this is 188. This is 223. Yeah, I think you could do that. 188 right here. This is a good zone. Rather than this zone, right? All these high zones are good, but this low zone right here is literally only like 37 pips. Okay. So we want those high zones. What's happened? Somebody wrote something funny? Battery 18%. Hi, yo, thanks, Ahmed. Appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna go plug in my laptop right now. Hey. Oops.
I'll take a piece of tape from the guy at the register. Yeah, it seems to hold him. It's the weight. That's it. That's why it falls out.
Oh, I think it's this one, right?
Yeah, it works, but it's like I tried bending my prongs out.
You did? Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll figure it out. But
Okay,
I'll grab
thank
like
you.
A piece of tape. Hopefully,
Oh, that's fine. This is good. Damn, this cafe is like some bummy ass cafe. I mean, like the Wi-Fi is broken. You gotta have freaking tape to plug in your damn computer. I'm like, where the hell am I? All right. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's solid. Oops.
Yeah, I just went over the top and made it. So it's like
Oh, like this, right?
yeah. Yeah. All you really have to do is just go to that and then go up that, and then it should just make sure you get dipped down so that you can grab it. It's like there you go.
There we go. All right, sweet. Cool. So everyone's tuned in. Let's see. Okay. Now. Okay. So what is it? What is that? What's the other pair that they wanted? Crypto BTC. Are you in NYSL? Oh, okay. BTC. We could do that. I mean, how many people voted? I'm not the greatest at BTC, but I can give you my perspective, and I definitely wouldn't trade it on an hourly time frame. I would trade it more on a weekly. But you guys can see my screen, right? You see my screen? Sweet. So BTC right now, from the looks of it, from what I'm doing from the zones, there's a little consolidation breakout that's happening, and also this candle closed. Not enough people zoom in. This candle closed above. It's closing above the top. So I would give it a chance to move up here for the weekly at least to 8,444, because also this W is forming, and let's look at the zones. See how the zone is leading off? See how this ticked a little bit higher than the last one? So that's why it's good to be very analytical, like when you're like looking at this stuff. Look at that. Boom. See how it ticked higher? It's ticking higher. See that? It ticked a little bit higher. See? Now it's ticking higher. So I would like give it a chance to at least move up to here. Around this area. So 8,267. And the reason why I say that too is because like this is where it started from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking this may be the turnaround point. I mean, it could be one last dip, like right here. But ultimately, from here is going to give you what will happen. But I think it could move back up here, definitely, because this is in consolidation mode. It hit this level before. hit this level before. It seems like there was a lot of rejection happening towards these levels, but because it itched up each level, I'm thinking if it breaks past this trend line right here, it could zoom up here secretly to 8,000. So that's a good like weekly analysis too. And also look on the daily. The daily is in consolidation, so the consolidation can be either up or it could be down. So I would determine off the break of the daily and then switch to the weekly to catch it going to at the break of 734.832. Yeah, of course. On the future, it says BTC is tough and should be traded in totally different mindset than FX. Yeah, definitely. I totally understand what you're saying. Just because there's a lot of like, news surrounded by it, but there's a lot of news surrounded by a lot of different currency pairs, and crypto pairs as well. It's all about how good your price action method is. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal opinion. Yeah, and you could also put alerts. I know Damataz was asking if you could put alerts. Yeah, you could definitely put alerts. Okay. So that's my analysis on BTC. Let's see USD. I mean, USD, JPY, and GJ are relatively the same. Everything is in consolidation, and it's Labor Day too. So I really wouldn't. Right now. Honestly, I wouldn't even trade GJ. Not that there's anything wrong with it being consolidation. UJ just looks a little. It looks ugly. It looks like it could possibly. It could possibly hit up here, but that's not worth it to me. Well, it's 68 pips, so it's a little close for comfort. Let's see on Euro USD. Okay. So I was explaining today to everyone, everyone in the 5-day, why Euro USD would be, why the sell continued, okay, and why the sell is going back down now, is because if you see here, right, like, right here, okay, we see Euro USD, right, spikes down, okay, we see it spike down again. Here is the frustration period, okay, these levels, because Euro wanted to push down here and they never got a chance. They wanted to push down here, they never got a chance. So as soon as it came here, okay, boom, we're gonna push down. So when you start finding frustration levels and seeing where price is frustrated and start understanding psychologically why buyers are buying and why sellers are selling and understanding where they wanna go, you're gonna become a lot better trader, okay? Look at that. See how this is coming down? Buyers' frustration. They're frustrated. They're trying to push up. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to take a sell right now, right? This is called a graveyard doji, by the way. It's a doji that's upside down, and it's usually a flat surface. So there's usually no like little wick here. It's just straight in a body like this. But that means an indication of a turning point. So with Euro, I think Euro could possibly drop. But I would wait to the break of this. And even then, that's still close for comfort. Here's the best. Because there's a lot of volume that happened near this area. So at the break of this, yeah, this would be a solid trade. I mean, then again, of course, you'll miss out on 90 pips. But would you rather make 92 pips? Or would you rather make 162? Because look, there's a gap here. Look at that gap. So Euro has that same gap there too that you could trade off of. And this bounce is powerful. This Bounce is the start of a downtrend. No, I usually work on weekly and daily. So look at the daily here. The daily on Euro is going down. Look at that, it's consolidating. So buyers were rejected on this level. Frustration, frustration, frustration. Look, they're frustrated. They can't get up. So here at the break of the daily, I would honestly take it off the break of this. Or even the break of this, to be exact. Right here. Right here is where I'd get in. And I would take it all the way down. Because there's nothing really here. Actually here. So think about it. You can like go from here to here and it could bounce back. You could go from here and catch 66 pips, or you can catch 181. And that's how my thought process is behind like when I'm trading and when I'm making a decision. Okay. Well, that's the webinar for now. That's my analysis for my trades. Can you explain the fib? I don't know Fibonacci, to be honest with you. I never use that. I just use straight price action. But I do want to have we're back. So I do want to have people come on in my 5-day. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay. Part of the. So if you've been on the 5-day, I'd like to invite you to hop on and speak and give your results of like the 5-day and how it's been working for you and what you think about it. So if you've been on the 5-day, hop on. Yes, sir. We got Jimmy. We got who else? Let's see. DP. Edwin, hey, still here, sweet. Let's see, hold on. I'm gonna get some people on in a minute.
Yo.
Who's there? We got we got Larry. Come on. Who's that? Is that Chris?
Yes, sir. One
Hey,
and only.
awesome. We got some people on the 5-day. Hey. Adam. Let's start with Adam. Adam, what's your personal thoughts on the 5-day?
It's really awesome. Your explanations are really clear and it gets straight to the point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He said yeah?
It's straight fire.
Straight fire. How long have you been in the 5-day for?
Since July.
Since July. Yeah. What do you think about the strategies?
It's really good.
Yeah? What about you, Chris?
Man, I mean, the strategies is A1. Let me tell you. I've been in this group since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I have more of an understanding of the markets now than I've did for the last 5 years. You know what I mean?
I remember
And
you
so, yeah, and it's simple. It's not, I think what happens is we've been around other traders and paid for certain things, and they beat around the bush about stuff and make it difficult and say you need this when you don't need this and that when you don't need that. And I think you brought new light to like the naked chart, markups, just everything, saying time sequences, and you shedded a new light that we didn't see before. And so, the 5-day course, man, is awesome. I can say a lot more, but I'm gonna chill. Everybody else do their thing.
Sweet, sweet. Who's Flacco? Who is Flacco?
Flacco would be Jimmy, aka Trenton.
Oh, what's up, Trenton? What's good? What's good? So, what do you think about the
Chilling.
5 day, Trenton?
Well, I've been down with gold mine since the beginning, and I can say,
Wow, since it first started, right?
yeah, since the very beginning, since Snapchat.
Wow.
Word to Brie Marie. But anyways, anyone that's not in the 5 day yet, I really suggest that you get it because you will be consistent. And consistency is all you need to be a trader. Like, be consistent, you're good. Like you said in your status, even if you make 20%, you're gonna be rich as hell. That's all there
Absolutely.
is to it. 20%. Get your strategy down. Hit it every time. Discipline yourself. Gold.
Absolutely. So, what do you think,
Yes.
Jay? What did you think of the? What do you think of the 5 day?
Shoot, man, if it all started all over again, I'd join, man. Knowing what I know now, just like it's been fun, man. It's not just been all about business, it's been fun too. We have a good time and you make learning fun. Like just being on the Zooms with you is real fun. And just the strategies that you've taught us are fire. You just got to be consistent and you just got to get them down, really focus, make it work till it make it work, It's not going to work right away. You got to make it work. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Jake the Snake. How's that GJ cross strategy? Fire or not?
yeah, it's fire. It's fire. It crisscross break ankles.
I think that's one of Jake's favorite strategies. What about you, Jets?
Hi guys. Well, I'm within the group since July, and I didn't exactly know what to expect from the group, and actually from Dimitri. I was actually looking for 5 day streak, face-to-face course, but I was surprised with the group and all stuff which is going on there. When I started to join, we had I think about 80 people there. Now it's well over 100. So yeah, I'm I think that the key point is that the 5 day course doesn't end on the 5 days because we keep rolling over and over and over and over and over again.
Right. So when I say 5 day course, what do I mean?
Hey,
When I say
5 days, 5 days and forever.
5 days is forever, right? So once you get on the 5 day, we've literally been doing sessions every single day, which is so crazy. Like, I mean, of course, you miss some days, like here and there. You may like say, okay, guys, we'll reschedule for tomorrow, but pretty much the sessions have been consistently like every single day. Even when we first started, we were on for like 12, 10 hours. Remember, Jake? We would speak with Chris.
Oh my god.
We
Oh
would
my
speak
god.
hours. How many hours would I be on? What's the longest you think I stayed on a session with you guys?
Shit, more than half a day.
20 hours?
20 hours? 20 hours
Look,
just for him.
we went to sleep and woke up and got back on it. Like everybody was still on, but everybody went to sleep. I heard people snoring and everything.
I know, it's crazy. So it's like we're a really dope family, What about you, Natalie? Natalie. I think Natalie's mic is always messed up. Hey. Let's go.
Yeah, man, where's everybody else at?
Rep. Who's Connect Rep? Who's Larry? Hey, Izaz is on. How's everything? Hey.
Dimitri, what's good with the book?
Oh, the 15 minutes book?
No, you're the book. The
Ladybug?
Ladybug.
That's in the works. It's gonna take a while to publish that. It's gonna be a little PDF, but I mean, nonetheless, I want to make it fire. But it's gonna be over 100 pages. and the ladybug is gonna have trading charts as like her back. You know, like whatever
Wait,
the.
wait a minute.
Mm.
Why are we on Hangout?
Why are we hanging out? Because this is Google Air.
We might as well move this to a Zoom session.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a reason, but I just was like, damn, why are we on Hangout?
Who's Larry?
Oh shoot.
Larry. She said, "Glad you're doing the late night one again." Natalie's so funny. She thinks this is a Zoom hangout. She doesn't even realize we're on like a live webinar right now. She's like, "I'm glad you're doing another late night."
Hey, them late nights, was crazy. Oh my god.
Late nights is the best. Okay, cool. Everyone's in.
I love the music they're playing at that cafe.
Right? Hey. Who else? Who else is in the 5-day? I think a lot of people are asleep too because we're in different time zones.
Yes.
Yo, is Luis on? Luis, you can talk. If you want to get the 5-day, all you guys have to do is just message me. You can message me on Facebook. I'm sure you guys have my Facebook. Don't give it to you. We dropped some heat today. Also, too.
I can say we haven't even reached the top of what's going on. I know there's some stuff to come, but you know, for anybody that's not in the 5-day course, man, just go ahead and get in there now because there's
Save yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna see that price.
So
Price
this
action.
is Facebook. You guys can see. Can they see me on Facebook?
Hey, what up, Zaved?
Do they see my screen? Yep, that's my Facebook. You guys can click it. There's the Facebook. That's me.
Wait till there's a ticker that says gold mines.
I like that picture with Spike Lee.
Haha, yeah, there's Spike Lee right there. Spike. So yeah, that's my Facebook. You could message me directly. I think I hit the friend cap. 2 more friends, and I would have hit the friend cap. But yeah, message me if you want the 5-day, and then we'll get it started. And let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Hey, so I'm gonna end the webinar. Thank you for everyone who came on. I think we had about a good solid like 350, something like that came on. Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a lot of you. Oh, Sean came on. Sean, tell us what you thought about the 5-day, bro. How's it been working?
Hey,
tell us about the scam, bro. Tell us about the scam, man.
About the what?
Tell them about the scam.
Oh man, everything. What you mean? Just that? Everything's been fire, man. Everything that I've back tested, it's just been on point. It's been one of the best, experiences I've had as far as you being, there to bounce ideas off of and talk to, and all the stuff that you got going, all the strategies you got going. It's just, man, it's changed everything about how I trade, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. That's awesome. I thank you so much for that, man. You're awesome. You guys are killing it. I'm glad that everyone's getting it down pat. But also for the people who are my GMG, these guys are getting the secret gold levels. So even if you do come in as a new person, it's probably going to be capped to you because I'm only giving it to a certain amount of people, which is them. So you guys are definitely probably going to miss out on that maybe, but you won't miss out on other things.
Oh, there's always something new.
Yeah, there's always something new. There's always something new that we got rolling up our sleeves. But that's great. I'm really glad that everyone has been enjoying the 5-day. And these are just people that I had literally met like online, It's like crazy that you could just meet someone from a different country or a different state and just not know what they're going through, know their problems and situations, or like, Chris saying that, hey, I've learned more than I've learned in 5 years. Like, that's so inspiring. So it's like, that inspires me to keep coming up with strategies. It inspires me to keep coming up with new different ways and approaches that I could attack the market. And every time I teach them, I actually learn something new. So that's part. like I'll be like, oh wow, like I'm actually like figuring like new stuff out. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and coming up with new terminology and things like that is great. So,
You know,
um,
you could say, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no, go
you
ahead,
can
bro.
say that, you know, when everybody breaks away, you know, in the future and do great things in the market, you know, people will come and pay homage to you, you know, for your contribution, you know, for you contributing your knowledge to them, you know, and I think it's paying it forward, you know, go into the world and do something great for somebody else because you've done great things for so many people. Now it's like a trickle down effect. Now we will go out and do the same thing for people in the world. And so I just think that is, you know, it's just a great thing that you've done with gold mines, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it too. I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, everyone who's in the 5 day, who's not in the 5 day, just signed up for the group. Even if you just scrolled down the page and just looked and dropped a comment or dropped the fire emoji or took a signal, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me because you trusting me to take a trade, like that, just means the world to me. Like that's powerful, you know. So I respect every single one of you and your hustle and what you do and your grind and your determination to become a good trader, you know? So it's all about consistency. Everybody can, but not everyone will. But if you're willing to, then there's no way that you can't. So shout out to everyone killing it, you know? Even if you're making $30 a month, whatever. Like who cares? That's the start. That's $30 you didn't have before, and it's the start of a new chapter in your life. So it's all about your story. What your story is going to make you. So if you tell people, oh, I took a few trades and I crashed, then I had to go through this and that. It's more relatable. It's more real. It's more realistic. Because it's going to happen. But that's what shapes you, and that's what shows you yin and yang of the good times and the bad times. So you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. Not every day. My strategy isn't like 100% accurate where it's bulletproof. It works every day. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's working majority of the time. So that's all that matters. If you're winning majority of the time, that's great. So I'm really happy everyone got on. I appreciate you. I'm gonna call some more fire signals, and we're gonna have a webinar at the end of the month of September. Again, dropping some new heat. I'm gonna go over the Gold Mines AI robot that I have coming out, and that will be not a trade copier, but it'll be something similar. But that's going to be another addition that we're going to have into the squad. And then we're also going to have a BTC manager as well, so trading Bitcoin for us. So that's another perk that we have that's going to drop at the end of the month. Skirt. So
That's crazy.
So, yeah, we're gonna have that popping, and let's get it rocking. And shout out to all my 5 day people. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Larry, Sean, Jay, and Adam. You guys are all amazing. Jay, thank you. Appreciate you.
Why,
So,
thank
Yeah.
you.
if you guys
Appreciate that.
enjoyed the webinar and you guys love the webinar, please drop some heat in the Facebook group, which I'm sure you guys have right here. Okay. Right here. Okay. These are the haters that are mad at me. It's all good. It's all good. Nah, you guys are haters. I know you guys are just a little upset that I didn't release the GJ. But I got you guys this week. But this is the group on fire, on fire. This is the group. I will approve you. Come on in. Got 448 posts. Oh, damn. Everybody's a member. So let's get it popping. Leave your email here. Bring the fuego. News alert. So drop some heat in the group. Let me know what you thought about the session, and I would really appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. 5 days the way to go.
Bet that up.
Light it up, light it up, light it up. Who's that?
That's my son.
I was like, who is that? Did we just get
Hey, that
He's
sounded
crazy.
like something on a mixtape real quick.
Yeah, right? I was like, what's going on, Sean? Sean is chilling.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna end the webinar. It's gonna be recorded and it'll end up on YouTube. All right.
Yes, sir.
Peace
Nice.
out.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Peace.